Hello, welcome to episode 3 of making Mamizou with the new character engine mod for Touhou 12.3. Uh, today I wanted to showcase making subobjects because they can be very complex or very simple, obviously. And also how to properly index a sprite. As I said last time, I do have a GIF like this, but the sprites are not properly indexed. So that means if I take one and I try to use it in the frame data editor, it will not use the palette. It's also very big. That doesn't really matter though. How big is it? There we go. So here, if I switch, like, first of all, the palette is wrong. It's not the right colors. And if I switch palette, it's even more obvious. So it requires indexing the sprites. I'm not going to say the process is very nice. It's really tedious. So I use Aseprite for this. I don't know if there is a better way to do it, but that's just how I do it. I just open them all in Aseprite, and then I just take one that is properly indexed. I'm going to take one with the under skirts being weird. Okay, that doesn't work for some reason. There we go. So here I have my palette, my normal palette, which is for that sprite. This is a different color because normally it's the same color as this part. And I found it was pretty annoying to deal with it, so I just made something that is very, very different. The only mandatory part is that the colors are at the same place as before, so I just changed these. So the first step usually I do is take the entire palette and copy it everywhere on all these sprites. You can also do it like one by one. Eventually I just go one by one. And then you resize the sprite how you want. You can also keep it the way it was before, but I prefer working on smaller sizes. Like this. In my case, the sprite is not facing the right way, so I also flip it. It's here. And now that's the tedious part. So you gotta take the colors here and replace the one that are on the sprites to whatever it is on the other side. There are a few colors you may, emphasis on the may, not required to do. At the end, we'll do this. So say Aseprite to use the index. So right now it's just using the colors in there. And when I click on index, it will take all the colors and try to map them to whatever colors is on the left. So right now you see the colors are different because it took some of them. They are still wrong, mind you. So here that yeah, see that one is here, but it's supposed to be that one. That one is that one, but it's supposed to be that one. So all the colors are wrong, but some of them are not wrong. So that one is the skin, and the skin didn't change color. If you look, the skin don't change color. So I don't have to edit the skin. I don't have to edit the hair as well. Same for the shoes. So I'm going to edit everything but that. Okay, so now that I'm done, I click indexed, and nothing seems weird now. So looks good. And yeah, then I just save the sprites. I usually prefer to save it inside that folder. So it would be cc0, and that's one done. Uh, then need to do the rest. We can already check if everything is fine. So tag cc. So that's our sprite, and it looks alright. If we change the palette, nothing is messed up. So that one is good. So yeah, now just gotta do the rest. So I just did that, and I also made the frame data for J5C, and I copied it to J6C. So obviously after doing the move itself, you'll need to make the objects. So for 5C I have already done it. It's going to be the umbrella like this, and it's going to then go at you and spin. For 2C, it's going to be somewhat like in AOCF. So the umbrella is going to come from below and then have a hitbox for a bit and then no longer have a hitbox. But it will still eat projectiles. And for 6C, I think I'm just going to use the same object as 5C, but angle it. And I'm also going to do J8A, and J8A just has a bird like this. the actual animation is like that. Basically, you have Mamizou being carried by the bird. And what I want to do, so here is the object that is going to be behind Mamizou. That one is going to be in front. So as you can see, I cut a part of the wing because that one is supposed to be behind. And after that, it's going to be in that one. It's just going to fly away when Mamizou gets hit or the move ends. And I also did the animation for that. I didn't do the recovery, but I can do it later. And yeah, let's get started. I think I'm going to start with 5C. And the animation for 5C is wrong. It's the same as 2C and 6C. I think all three are connected somehow. I actually didn't check that. It's mostly fine. The frame data error doesn't really tell you about this, so I'm going to have to edit it in here. Yeah, both are cloned from that one. So for 2C, I'm not fine with that. 5C and 6C are being clones are fine, but not 2C. So I'm just going to do it like that, and I redo the animation later. Now, so then I guess I'm not going to do 5C for now. I'm just going to do 2C. So everything starts the same. So for 2C, I want to first enable the 2C, and going to remove 4C. She isn't going to have one, and prevent you from using the other two moves. Then right here, I'm going to add it in the initialize move list. That's not that one. Here. Right here. And then make the move itself. So it's somewhat the same as the rest, honestly. So that one is on the ground, so we apply ground mechanics, and we advance frame. If it's the end of the move, then we go into crouching. And on that one, the active frame is on frame 4. So if we are on frame 4, then we'll spawn the object. So we call create object. The object we want to call is the 2C object. So it's 807. Then where do we want it to spawn? I just added something to the front editor. I don't know if by the time the video comes out I'll have managed to release that version. I had issues making it work for Windows, so that's why it's not out yet. It's in 0.4.0 or later. So it's this thing here, overlay move. I'm going to put the action 807 and say to display it. So the way it works is that it displays it on top, which is pretty useful for what we are doing here. And then I think we wanted to spawn a bit under still. So maybe here under the ground and a bit in front of her, like that, and then it's going to go up. So 17, and it's my position plus my direction multiplied by 70, and position.y minus 160. Then we are going to make it face the same direction as us, and it's going to be on layer 1. Maybe I also want a sound effect of that. So let's see which sound effect exists in. It's very loud. I think I like that one. So I'm going to take that one, place it here, and we are then going to play the sound effect 5, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 5. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Since it's a bullet, we also need to tell it that it has hit now, so it's cancelable. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Mamizou part. Now we are going to add some logic to the object itself. So I'm going to create a new class. It's the umbrella, so it's just the 2C umbrella. Umbrella 2C. And so right here I created a file. It added itself here in the cmakelist.txt by itself because I'm using this software. If you aren't, then you will have to add it manually here. So it's boilerplate stuff, it's a basic object, and we are going to override the update and the initialize action. There we go. So when we spawn, we are going to set our Y speed at 20, I don't know. Just going to eyeball the value. And here, first of all, oh yeah, also we need to set the gravity. So gravity, again, I'm just going to put a value at random. Increase our speed and decrease the speed by the gravity. We also want to advance the frame. If we are at the end of the move, then we are going to kill the projectile. So tell it it's dead. We also want to make sure that if my ooh, no, it's not here. Parent player. If we are in time stop, then we don't do anything. That will prevent the projectile from moving when you are using a spell. Mind you, I probably forgot in basically all of them. Oh no, never mind, I didn't. And now, I want the projectile to stop really moving, like to fall slowly. So I'm just going to hard cap the speed at which it's going. So if it's going at more than 2, then we are going to make it back to -2. Again, I'm just eyeballing values. I'm going to change them later. And then we also need to handle a few other stuff. So first of all, it's spawn. I don't recall. Weather crystals. What is the name of that one? It's not here. I'm sure it's check, maybe check. Check turn into crystals. So that function will transform the projectile into weather crystal when you get hit. It's not only when you get air hits. I don't know. The values I always eyeball them for that one. I don't really know how much the game actually spawns crystals. So I know two big crystals and 5 small crystals. And if we turn into crystal, then we disappear. Then we also need to handle when you are grazed. I think that one is going to have infinite grazing density, so 0. Grazing resistance, not grazing density. As for density, I don't even know how much it actually does right now. It's B. I think it should be C density. No, it should be B density. It was C before. I always mix these up. So C density and maybe that one is tough. Maybe B2. I guess I'll see later. And then we also need to say that when we are trying to spawn the object 807, then we return our just made umbrella to C. There we go. And that should be it. Never mind. So now if we do this, there we go. So maybe what I should do is that it stays in that animation for a while. I like the effect. But then I'm going to say that if we are in the first pose, if we're in the first pose and we are above the ground, then we go to the next pose. Here. Looking good. I don't want it to stay that long though. So if we are on frame 3 and pose frame is greater than, I don't know, maybe it's going to stay for 40 frames, then in that case we are going to make it get more transparent. And if we are already less or equal than 15, then we can just make it disappear again. 3D slot. Nice. It didn't hit, obviously. Yeah, that's good like that. Obviously, I forgot to make it hit, so collision limits. It didn't hit anything yet, and it's going to hit once. It's probably... Okay. The hit angle is a bit too much. I'm going to make it a bit less. Huh. Its high jump can slowly very late. Maybe it's a bit too much. And let's see if I do this. Gone. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to make it so that if it's dead because it hits something, so it's collision, bullet collide, same density. Or a higher density, actually. It's not going to disappear. It's just going to fade out. still fading, just disappearing. Because I have this. Now it should work proper. Okay, I like it that way. Now, let's go for the J8A, I believe, and I do the rest off camera. So the J8A one. Do I have a sound that would make it nice for when the... Oh my god. Maybe that one? For when the bird is flapping. I think the sound is too heavy. Making some really weird sounds. No, I think I'm just going to use the other one, so that one. And then, same as the rest, JDA. So that one is still enabled. And if I take, for example, J2A, J8A, I want to try something funny with JD. I want it to stay forever, basically, until you stop holding the key. Maybe it will prove to be a mistake later, but there is only one way to find out, and that's to try. So, if we are landing, so first of all, I want to check if you are landing. If you are landing, then for now, just going to put you back in idle. Maybe the move will have a cancel, a land cancel animation, but for now, not going to worry about this. Then, when is it that I want to spawn the object? J8A. I think it's here. No. Don't recall which one is it. it's that one. Yeah, I think it's here already. 809. So same deal. If we are on frame 1 and it's the first frame, we are on frame 1, then we will spawn the object 809 at our own position, facing the same way as us. And the first one is the one that is on the back. And that's it. Then I think it's going to be by chunks of how many frames do I have on the bird? 9. Sprite 4. Yeah. So maybe I'll have to change that. It's definitely wrong. Maybe 2 and make you move a bit up. A bit more on tack. Because I want you to bounce on the JLA. And it's going to do 10%. I think we can put even more. And it's going to do way less than this. Even like, yeah. Guess I'll see. And just going to create the next animation block, just so that we have one. Airborne, cancelable, and that's pretty much it. Okay, all good. So then every time we are in frame in the sequence 1, I also need to check that we are in the sequence 0 here. And we are on the very first frame of said sequence. Then we are going to play the sound. 6. Actually, the flap I think is delayed. No, it's just on the next frame. Pose ID and 4 frame later. But here I'm going to say that you are you no longer hit, and you can hit once more. But if you are no longer holding A, then you go to the recovery. Otherwise we do this instead. And that should work. I also need to adjust the speed. Like gravity. I can also do something funny. So here when the I think I'm just going to like sync it here. It makes more sense. It's not going to be the same as the animation, but it's fine. This, and if you are holding up, yeah, if you are holding, let's put, then I'm just going to put your speed, increase your speed slightly by, I don't know, 5 points. If you are not touching the key. Then it's going to be like 3. Otherwise it's maybe I'm going to put these values. I don't know. Just a thought. And did I set? No, I want a fixed gravity for that one. It's going to always be the falling gravity. 0.6. I'm going to put a bit less. There we go. This, and again we're going to put a new object, which is going to be the bird shadow. It's not a shadow, but I named the other ones shadows. Basic. Ooh, the ear is dying. So same as before. Now, when we are created, we will create the custom data is whatever value we put. It's whatever value we put here. So here we have nothing, so we can check for null pointer. Otherwise, it's an array of floats, which is exactly what we're going to do here. And that one is going to be the one in front. We're not going to use create object, we're going to create child. And otherwise, if we do have it, it's the sequence. Actually, we are going to store that somewhere. So basically the idea, when we spawn it like this, we are always on the back. So set sequence. Yes. We aren't going to do anything actually. Okay, so eventually we'll want to, like, the object is going to spawn, it's going to do this from behind. Then it's going to go in that animation, and at that point we want to create the one for the front. So same as the rest, so we are going to advanced frame. For that one we are going to say that if we go in the sequence 1 and it's the very first frame, then we will create the child object, which is our own action ID, position X, position Y. The direction is the same again, and the layer is going to be in front, and we are going to create some parameters, and the parameters are going to be 2, because we want it to go in sequence 2. That one. Then, in all cases, we are going to set our X position to the X position of the parent player, plus their speed. Same for Y, though that one I think I need to multiply it by the direction. Like that. And that's only true actually if we are not in the sequence ID 3. We are going to do something else for the sequence ID 3. And that should be it. Did I forget something? I just need to make the animation for after and make it disappear, but that should work. That didn't work one bit. Okay, I know what I forgot. Forgot to add it here. And for that one, it's 809, and it's the bird shadow. There we go. And now it's attached to me, which is great. It's exactly what I want. So, now, I didn't check if the wing is going behind properly. They are not synced up. They aren't synced up. They have 1 frame difference. It's hard to notice, but it's here. So then you are just going to cheat, I guess. Oh, it's even worse. So it wasn't that. The issue was here actually. And it's because I should do this, I think. Yeah, now it's looking good. So one wing is going in front, one is going in at the behind. Now we need to do it so that so first of all, if we are on sequence 2, if we're on sequence 2 and actually I don't need to create child, I think. Just create a normal object. If we are on sequence 2 and the parent player is no longer doing a JDA, or so either that or it's in the recovery frames. So recovery frames is the sequence 2. Then in that case we are going to go to the next sequence, which is sequence 3. I think I'm going to do it that way instead. If we are on sequence 2, then we go to the next sequence. If we are on sequence no, otherwise actually we just explode. And we are also going to give it some so speed is going to be 0, 0, and otherwise we are going to move go. And we are going to make it go up. Go up and forward. And we are going to say that if you are on the ceiling, then you can die. There we go. So now it should fly off. No, it just disappears. It just disappears. Why? I also want to make it so that it's at least 2 hits. It's just disappearing. I don't exactly understand why. Okay, so I just put some debug in. just disappears. Let's display this to figure out what's going on. Ah, no, I know what's the issue. If we are already in sequence 3, then no need to do anything. Yeah, now it's going. Wrong one. It's leaving the screen. It's really nice. There is no sound though. I think it's because I didn't reload. Oh, I didn't enable it. There we go. And now? And yeah, if I... Do I have a string that would put you up? Doesn't... Okay, so something is up with the hit. It's not hitting how I wanted to hit. That one is the wall slap, I think. But I wanted to just move you up. That's somewhat working how I wanted to. It just doesn't move you up enough. Also, I messed up the direction. It's the opposite. Also, I think you don't move up enough. Okay, maybe now it's a bit too much. I need to cap the speed. Otherwise you're just flying off the stage, which is not exactly the idea. Pretty hard. I don't know if you get another follow-up of that. It's pretty fun though. Maybe that's the trick. Yeah, that looks good. I think that's going to be it for today. Then I'm going to make the remaining C bullets, and once that's done, I probably make another video for some skills. Though maybe not, because I already did in the first video I already did some skills, so I think that should cover it already. So some spells, I guess. The only remaining part I didn't showcase are making spells. Maybe I mix in some skills in there, um, but I guess we'll see. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.